everyone, welcome here to beautiful Mount St. Louis Moonstone in Coldwater, Ontario. We're here for Junior Nationals presented by Freestyle Canada. My name's Nathan and I'm here with
Patrick Lindsay.
We're getting ready underway here for, we just finished the women's U16, U14 and U18. We're about to start on the men's U14 division. It's looking like a nice day here out at Mount St. Louis. A little bit cold.
Looking at -2, we don't have a lot of sun. It's not too windy yesterday. We had a bit of a breezy day, but it's looking like pretty calm today.
Shaping up to be a great half-pipe day for sure. The snow's a little granular, but should be good. We're gonna start it off with the men's U14 half-pipe with LUCA in a few minutes. Shortly after, we're gonna have CAMDEN SCHLEYER, a hometown boy from here in Ontario. We got Dax Miller and BRAYDEN WILLMOTT as well from Ontario. Shaping up to be a great event here for the U14 boys. Super excited. Here, this is CAMDEN SCHLEYER. He's about to start off the drop-ins here for the U14 males. He's bib 105.
CAMDEN's home skier is Mount St. Louis Moonstone, but he enjoys riding Copper Mountain in Colorado there whenever he's not at home.
Now, if I do believe, CAMDEN is nicknamed the Flying Pumpkin. That is for his outfit that he's wearing up there. You can see that orange helmet, orange snow pants. Everyone on his team of Agenda Free Ski likes to call him the Flying Pumpkin. Let's see what he's got here in the pipe. Coming to that first wall. Nice Japan grab on that 180. Nice alley-oop one safety to the right there. Coming up the next wall. Alley-oop one to the left, grabbing safety as well. Another nice grab coming in off that last hit there. One more. It's a nice right three. Good run from CAMDEN. Stomping everything nicely. He's got to be happy with that one. Now for the viewers at home that don't know what an alley-oop is, that's referring to the way that the rider is spinning in direction towards the pipe. So if they're jumping up that wall and they're spinning downwards, right down the right wall, as if they're spinning towards the parking lot, we like to call that down the pipe. If they're spinning upwards, we like to call that an alley-oop. They're spinning up towards the top of the hill.
That refers to the rider's direction, so we call it rider's left or rider's right wall, depending on which way you view it. So the rider's right would be as from the rider's point of view.
Now we're kicking it off with our second competitor.
We got Andrew Little from Nova Scotia. Coming into his third hit here, with a nice tail grab on that 180. Hand grab there on that down the pipe. Left alley-oop 180. Oh, down the pipe 5. Not getting above the coping, but still a pretty technical trick for a U14 division.
That was very stomped. I like that one. I'm sure the judges will love that at the end of his run. Now, lots of these freestyle athletes, they love their trampoline. Whenever they're not on the slopes, they like to train their tricks on the trampoline. Tricks is that 540s you just saw. I'm sure that's got to be some trampoline training involved in that one. Lots of technical. Here comes Julien dropping in now, bib 96, sorry. Dropping in here. Up off this first hit. Nice double Japan grab.
Taking it to the bottom of the pipe there.
Huge down the pipe 5. Come back the other way with the opposite way, right 5.
Oh, they're going for the alley-oop 5 there on that rider's left wall, unfortunately getting hung up a little bit.
Now those judges like to see that both ways spinning there. It shows that the rider knows how to spin both ways and really technical, and they can't just do one trick to one side, they can do it both ways. Shows what they know they're doing. Good stuff from Julien. We're gonna have our second Quebec rider about to drop here. This is William. He skis out of Val St. Colm. He's bib 83. Nice little shifty on that first air there. Safety grab on that second hit. Nice mute grab on his third hit. Maybe washing out a little bit there.
Looking like he landed in the flat bottom of the pipe there and lost his glove and his pole, actually. Don't see that too often.
Maybe a little bit of yard sale there on that one, Patrick.
Yeah, for sure.
He'll look forward to cleaning his run up there on the second run through the U14 male. He's going to get another hit in here before he's done his first run.
We've got Jérémy Gagne, also known as Jay, coming from the Stoneham team. Coming into that rider's left wall with a big double Japan grab there, starting off his run. Down the pipe 5. Nice other way 5, showing that he has some diversity. Unfortunately, losing his ski on that landing. Sometimes that's how it goes. You'll have to get it there on his second run.
Now on those skis, there is a setting we like to call the DIN setting of the binding. Basically the sensitivity at which the rider can pull his boot out of his binding. Some like to go with a higher DIN setting, making it harder for them to pull their foot out of the ski. But that comes with the consequence of greater knee or foot injury, as your ski can twist and keep spinning as your body can't stop it. So.
Oh, he's showing us a little flare there. Alley-oop flare to the left, actually. On his, give the fans a little excitement there.
He's looking to clean up his second run here when he drops in. Still good stuff from Jérémy here. One of the many great skiers from Quebec. We got BRAYDEN WILLMOTT, Ontario home skier here. Like to see a big run from him. Aaron high out of the pipe. That right 540 down the pipe. Left 5 down here. Looking for a rodeo 5. Alley-oop there into a flare. 7. Oh, just couldn't quite hang on to it. Maybe not quite enough air on that one, but we'll sure to see him pick it up in his second run, maybe stomp that.
Going for the down the pipe cork 7. That's a pretty technical trick there for BRAYDEN. Definitely one of the harder tricks we've seen today. That alley-oop flat 5, also a very technical trick.
Now we got one of BRAYDEN's good friends here, Dax Miller, about to drop in with a white helmet, stand next to legendary Ontario coach Jeff Lovelace and professional skier Sandy Beauville, also a coach now. Here comes Dax off that first wall. Nice mute grab, Aaron nice and high. Then the next hit. This third hit here is a down the pipe right 5. Into a flare on that next wall. Into an alley-oop 1. Do a left 3 there. Not quite getting the height that he maybe needed, but that's all right.
Still a good run there for Dax.
Now those judges will reward the skier if they get that amplitude out of the pipe. They had nice and high out of that wall.
Judges judge off of like an algorithm, so to speak. It's paved, goes progression, amplitude, variety, execution, and degree of difficulty. Especially in the half pipe, they like to see amplitude. They like to see you getting above the top of the deck of the pipe. You can do your tricks in the bottom, but the higher you go, the more you'll be rewarded in half pipe. Next up we have Rowan Parnell, starting off with a nice right 180 there. And a left 180 on that wall. Showing us an alley-oop 180. Coming in with a down the pipe 360. And a switch 360 there on that rider's left wall.
Now I could be mistaken, but I think that is our only switch hit of this heat so far. And he's going with a Fortnite dance there at the end.
Fortnite seems to be picking up popularity these days. Everyone seems to be playing it.
Quick props there to Sean Llewellyn, Jenna Freeski head coach. Here comes Camden.
Turn things off there with a nice right side 180 safety grab. Followed by right 180 on the other wall, showing some variety. Other way alley-oop 180. Showing all 4 180s there on that run.
Judges like to see that always spinning. Into a nice down the pipe right 360 there to end off his run.
Showing he can ride switch as well, also very important.
That's definitely going to bump up his first run score there from Camden. We got 10 athletes here in the U14 division, so I think Camden's got a good chance at top 5 here. Now Andrew had a nice first run here. He's probably looking to step it up here, really go for gold here at Junior Nationals. He's Bib 8, and he's dropping in right now. Gonna be going big here in this Mount St. Louis half pipe. Nice safety grab off that first wall. Nice Japan grab on the second one. Nice tail grab reaching back for the back of the ski there on that one. Into another, looked like a critical grab on there. Into an alley-oop 180 to the left. Go left 5 down the pipe there, off to end his run. Good one from Andrew. Spinning a nice little 360 there across the snow. Showing that he's got lots of fun skiing going on there. Nice grabs there by Andrew. That 540 was a real banger to end his run.
Junior Nationals definitely being a good starter event for some of those kids up and coming, getting into that higher level of sport, coming from club teams and stuff. Once you start competing at this level, you start to get recognized by regional teams and provincial teams, and it's how you start to move up.
Really the next step to becoming that national team athlete that everyone wants to be, everyone's dream. We got our next rider dropping in here. This is Julien from Quebec. He's bib 96. He's coming in the first wall. Big dub Japan off that first wall. Left 5 down the pipe there, into a right 5 down the pipe. Both way spinning, we'd like to see that. Into a mute grab. An alley-oop 5. Getting one more hit in before the end of his run. That's a right alley-oop 1. Couple more hits here. Another alley-oop 5 by the looks of that one. That was great. Good run from Julien, lots of hits.
Getting some nice spins in for sure.
Now, I'm no judge here, but I think that could be a top 3 contendant right there. That was a solid run from Julien.
A lot of times when you're riding the half pipe, you can change up your amplitude for number of hits, because when you ride the pipe, in order to get speed, you have to take a different, more down the pipeline, which means your angle in towards the wall is not as aggressive. But that means you lose pipe quick, so you do not get as many hits. Julien showing that he's taking a multiple hit strategy, definitely getting more hits than most of the riders in this field.
Now I'm definitely interested to see how that strategy works out for him. Got our next rider dropping in. This is AIDAN, bib 83. He's from BC.
Nice shifty, showing some style on his drop in there. Big safety grab. Another shifty there on that rider's left wall. Alley-oop 180. Coming in with a nice alley-oop 180 safety grab on that wall. Down the pipe 360. Finishing off his run pretty solid there. Good run for AIDAN.
That was awesome. He's coming in from BC. That was a solid run from AIDAN. Getting lots of spins in. Decent amplitude. Always good to get a run under your feet. I'm sure he's happy to be here at Junior Nationals here in Mount St. Louis, Ontario. Just over halfway through our second runs here, the U14 males. We've got Jérémy dropping in.
Big air on that first hit, getting a nice Japan grab, tweaking it out. Nice down the pipe 540, showing some good control. Nice right 5 on that left wall. Nice tail grab. Not seeing a lot of those in this contest. Oh, an alley-oop flare. Nice trick there from. And then finishing it off with an alley-oop 180 and an alley-oop 540.
Getting a couple more.
Oh, and one other one. He's definitely upped his game there with an alley-oop flare and a flare, showing he can do that trick on both walls. Good
Very
degree
impressive.
of difficulty and some good variety in that run for Jérémy.
These Quebec riders are quite the riders. They just can flip and spin like there's no tomorrow. It's almost like second nature for them.
Coming from Stoneham, having a half pipe is definitely a benefit to him in this dropping in here now, coming into the rider's left wall for his first hit with a big, nice stale fish grab. Coming into the right wall with a nice tweaked mute. Nice down the pipe 5 to the right. Showing it mirrored on the other side, doing it to the left. Nice alley-oop flat 5, definitely a fun trick in the pipe. Coming in with a flare to the left. Solid run there for Brayden, showing lots of diversity. Definitely what the judges are wanting to see.
You got some more amplitude over the other riders there. Brayden getting a little bit higher to the half pipe deck than the other riders. He's got to be stoked with that run. That's one of my fellow teammates out there. Got to cheer him on. Now when Brayden's not skiing, you'll see him grinding Fortnite.
Putting down a good show in Big Air yesterday as well. Dax is doing his 3rd event of the weekend.
Here he comes off that first wall with a nice mute grab. Into a nice stale grab there on that next wall. Into a right 5 down the pipe. Solid hit from Dax. Into another flare. That was stomped. That was perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Into an alley-oop 1 to the left. Possibly his last hit here. Oh!
Unfortunately washing out on that one.
Going for that down the pipe left 5. That would have been his both way 5s in his run there. Adding that flare, that could have been a top 5 for sure.
A lot of athletes might be getting a little tired today, having competed the last 3 days in a row. That's the one thing you see in X Games. You don't see a lot of athletes trying to do all 3. Gus Kenworthy did that a couple years ago, but definitely noted that it was a lot of energy to do that. But it's definitely good for these young kids to be involved in all these sports while they have all this energy.
Got our next rider dropping in. This is Ranwell. Coming off on his 3rd hit here with an alley-oop 180. Go a left 5 down the pipe. Going for that right 5 down the pipe, stomping it. Bringing it down. That's going to be the end of his run. He's going for another Fortnite dance there.
Creativity there for sure.
That's going to end it for our men's U14 division. That's both runs finished there. We got some good tricks going down, some flares, 540s. Super exciting heat for sure. All right, so the results are in. We got the men's U14 half-pipe final scores. We have Julien BARIL from Quebec coming in first with a 72.20, and that's his 2nd run score. And we have JÉRÉMY GAGNÉ with a 66.0, and that's also his 2nd run. And then hometown boy Brayden Wilmot from Ontario with a 61.20, and that's his 2nd run.
We got Dax Miller, the other Ontario boy, bringing up 4th, just missing the podium, his 1st run score of a 55.60. And Ronan Pernell with a 51.20 on his 2nd run. Good runs from all those guys, and looked like it panned out the way it should have.
Yeah, super good contest for sure. But up next we got the men's U18 halfpipe, and we'll see you there. Stay tuned.
So we've got U18 coming up. We've got a pretty stacked field by the looks of it. Quinn Bartlett has had a few good results in NORAM, Ontario skier. A few of the Quebec guys are going to be showing us what they got. That stone and pipe over there. We've got a few Alberta guys and a few BC guys. Good mix in the field today.
Excited to see this U18 male division drop. This is going to be some
good, yeah, top level for the day for sure. A few more athletes, looking like some from Ottawa that I recognize. A few more Ontario guys. Looking like a very strong field for this competition.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Curtis Kennedy, Will Fossum, all across Ontario athletes here in Mount St. Louis, and all across Canada coming in to compete.
All right, well, we're back with U18 boys, and kicking us off here is Quinn Bartlett from Ontario. Quinn's a good skier. He's been riding halfpipe for quite a few years now. Coming into the rider's right wall with a nice down the pipe 540 safety grab, getting good amplitude. Really big on that right 5 on the rider's left wall. Coming in with a nice big flare, boosting out on the left there. Coming in with a nice alley-oop cork 5. Haven't seen that trick yet today. Very solid run there for Quinn. Looking very good.
Now
definitely
Quinn,
going to be in the top contention period. Right
Quinn's definitely a favorite here at the Junior Nationals here at Mount St. Louis. Lots of Ontario favorites. Hoping that Quinn's going to take that top spot.
Next up, we've got Leif Wilson from Vancouver. He likes to ride Grouse Mountain, also his home mountain. Got a few sponsors, North Shore Ski and Board and Chef Boyardee. Dropping into the rider's right wall with a nice Japan grab to start off his run. Nice safety grab. Getting that left 540, unfortunately not getting a lot of amplitude, not getting above that coping. Alley-oop 1 on that rider's left wall. Nice tail grab. Coming into the rider's left wall again. Tossing a flare. Landing pretty low, but sticking it. Good run there for Leaf.
Maybe a little bit of hand touch on that last hit. We'll have to look at the replay on that one. The judges love to see when those riders really stomp out that landing, showing they know what they're doing. They're putting their hand down on the landing. Shows a little bit of sketchiness in the trick, maybe not quite confident on it.
Well, we've got Asa France dropping in now from Winnipeg Freeriders. Not a lot of people coming from Winnipeg. Dropping into that rider's left wall with a nice op mute grab, leading that one down. Nice Japan grab. Coming in with that alley-oop 180. Nice safety grab, showing some diversity. Grabs, alley-oop 180, getting that safety grab as well. Oh, and a nice 5 to finish off his run. Solid run there for Asa.
That was good. Got our next dropper. This is Luca Natale from Quebec.
I've been riding with Luca for a few years. Definitely a very good rider. Did very well in the slopestyle on Friday.
Bib 68 Luca Natale drop-in.
Got the Henry Carlos style with the goggles on backwards on the helmet, looking nice and stylish. Big old 180 on the rider's left wall. Nice Japan grab. Opposite Japan grab, showing some diversity in the front. Nice mute grab. Oh, and an alley-oop flare as well. This is the second time. Quinn Bartlett did a similar trick. His was a little bit more cork, a little less flippy than Lucas, but both tricks looking very well. Very well executed.
Good run from Luca. That alley-oop flare at the end, definitely a highlight in his run. Judges like that one. This is Philippe Doucet from Quebec. Philippe has done very well in the past 2 events. Got a solid run in slopestyle, taking the win in U18 men's slopestyle and the win in big air for U18 men's. Dropping that right double cork 1260. Let's see what he's got in the pipe. Dropping in with a 360 in the pipe. That's a little bit different from the other riders. Alley-oop 1 on that first wall. Coming into the mute grab on that second hit. Another alley-oop 1 on that third hit. Safety grab. Nice Japan grab on that one. Another mute grab going on that one. And down the pipe cork 5. That was really diverse trick there from Beep. His friends like to call him B-Boy from Quebec. Absolute gangsta on the hill. That was stomped, that cork 5. Got our next rider dropping in. This is Nicolas LEPINE. Now Nick got some good finishes this year. He's got 6 at the science fair. He's got a real science whiz, this guy. He also enjoys listening to the sounds of music while he rides. We got Connor BELSHAM dropping in. This is a WinSport athlete from Calgary, Alberta. He's coached by Chip. Nice flare.
Right side flare on that wall. Move it down the pipe 180. Alley-oop 180 safety on that rider's left wall. left side 360 coming in switch. A nice switch 360. Haven't seen a lot of switch riding in the pipe. It's often underestimated how difficult it actually is to ride switch in the pipe.
Riding pipe at all is actually super difficult, but that switch riding is very intimidating. These walls, almost similar to a house. These walls, don't have the exact measurement on it, but I know that the super pipes are somewhere around 22 feet high.
Next up, we've got Liam French dropping in. Liam is from Nova Scotia, actually. Not a lot of those riders from there in this competition. Coming into the rider's left wall to start things off with a nice safety grab. Getting out of the pipe there. Another nice safety grab the other way. Oh, did a nice straighter. I haven't seen a lot of those today. Switch, nice switch 180. Getting a few switches. A good run there for Liam.
I'd like to see some more tricks there from Liam. Judges like to see some spins and stuff, but nonetheless, a solid run there from Liam. Rylan.
As you look, Rylan's favorite place to ski is Dave's backyard. Probably not a lot of options, so he's going to be in his friend's backyard.
I don't know who Dave is, but I'm sure he's got a legendary backyard there.
I'd like to go try Dave's backyard.
Yeah.
Coming into that rider's left wall with a mute grab. Oh, truck driver. Haven't seen that grab a lot in this competition. Nice 180 down the pipe. Oh, Cossack throwing it old school there on his last hit. Looking good there for Rylan.
That was a big shout out to the OG skiers. Good one. Good to see those Winnipeg free riders out here. Curse is super stoked about his first place finish at Provincials 2017. Here comes Curtis, bib 110, dropping in. Nice little pipe grind there before he drops in. Grabbing stale. Coming in with that right 540 on that skier's left wall. Go left 540 on that second wall. Spinning both ways. Got a nice alley-oop one on that skier left. Into a flare on the last hit. Oh, washing out a little bit. That's all right.
Not exactly what he's looking for, but he's got another run to clean it up and put his run down. Also coached by Jeff Lovelace. Agenda's definitely a growing team. Got a lot of athletes, a lot of young up-and-comers. Definitely a team to be watching out for in the future.
Looking forward to see Curtis put down a solid run next run.
Next up, we've got Alan Cook from Calgary Freeriders, coached by Big Dave. Likes to listen to whale noises while he skis. Interesting choice there.
Nice little funky skier dropping in here, Alan. Huge alley-oop one there. That was solid.
Looking real nice. Throwing a left side flare.
That was stomped. Nice little safety grab on that straight air. Go left 5 down the pipe. That was stomped.
Real clean. Oh, and a backflip.
Backflip to switch. Now we're looking for the front flip to forwards. Oh! Just losing a ski on that one.
Looking real good. A lot of diversity. You do not see a lot of riders doing that.
That was looking like a top 3 finish there for Alan. He had a good couple days here at Mount St. Louis, finishing off with a 3rd place finish.
Very creative choice there to go directly back and forth. Maybe a little bit more speed and you'll be able to clean it up for the next one.
I did see him stomp that run a couple times in practice, so looking forward to see if he can put it down on the 2nd run.
Backflip's looking really clean, just not quite getting the speed and amplitude he needs for that switch front flip.
Totally blind trick on that one. We got our next rider coming in. This is Alex.
Alex from British Columbia here, one of the BC riders who's been out here. Nice Japan grab to start off his run on that rider's right wall. Nice safety grab on the rider's left wall. Just shifty there, tail tap on the lip, and back in. Crossing the alley-oop flat 3 with a hand plant in it.
Not sure if that hand plant was intentional or not, but he's going to play it off like it was.
Just not looking like he has the speed he was looking for at the bottom part of his run there, unfortunately.
Still solid run. Those Alex, he's from BC, so those BC riders really got the great training mountain out there. That's Whistler Blackcomb. legendary black park with shack left and shack right, those big jumps that the national athletes love to train on. Here comes Will dropping in. One of my good friends. Let's see what Will can put down. Nice safety grab on that first left wall. Into a Japan grab on that second hit. Going for a grab, not quite getting it on that third hit. Nice stale grab on that last one. Good run from Will.
Decent amplitude compared to some of the other riders we've seen today. Skis for Wind Sport Academy, coached by Chip Milner, gets to ride the Calgary Olympic Park. Definitely where the best pipe in Canada is located. Let's see what he's got for us. Starting things off with a nice big flare, landing pretty deep in the pipe. He's gonna have to keep his speed going throughout the rest of this run. Nice down the pipe, left 5, getting the safety grab. Alley-oop flat 5 safety, looking real stylish. Unfortunately, landing a bit deep and falling over.
Washing out a little bit.
Gonna have to get that on a second run. Really good potential though in that run there for Skyler.
That was a banger. You'll see those athletes at Ken Olympic Park there in Calgary. Lots of national team athletes. Noah Bowman, Simon D'Artois,
Cassie Sharp, Mike Riddle. That's the home ground for all the Canadian athletes. The sun's starting to come out a bit today here actually, so maybe the second run they'll have a little bit better visibility to put down some of their runs.
Throwing on the shades, maybe some warm weather about to come out.
Up next, we've got Nicholas Woodbury from Alberta as well. Dropping in here to the rider's left wall, pardon me, with a nice big alley-oop flat 5, super clean, into a left side flare, getting the safety grab. Another alley-oop flat 3 this time, landing switch, keeping his switch speed. That is the best switch air I think we've seen of the day. And an alley-oop 3 to finish off his run. Very, very good run there for Nicholas Woodbury.
He's got to be happy with that one.
And that will wrap up our run 1. So we're going to be starting over again with Quinn Bartlett from Ontario. We got bib number 52 dropping in here to the rider's left wall. Nice little drop in, getting some style there. Nice down the pipe cork 5 safety. Looking good, trying to pick up some more speed. Alley-oop flat 5. Looking nice axis there with the wide safety grab. Into the left side flare. Putting down a really good run here. Nice shifty 360 there. Coming in switch. Nice switch 3 on the rider's right. And a nice alley-oop 180 Japan grab. Coming into his final hit. Just doing a nice stall on the lip and dropping back into forward. Good run there for bib number 52. Quinn had a very strong first run. We'll see if he's able to improve on it in his second run.
Yeah, we're definitely looking at an Ontario favorite here to take the win.
Quinn's had some good results with NORAM pipe as well. Dropping into that rider's right wall with a big 5 safety, looking real good, nice and composed. That right 5 safety looking really good, doing the lead safety as well. Boosting that flare, biggest one I think I've seen today. And that alley-oop cork 5, real clean there. Quinn dropping a very, very good run on that one.
He's fired up after that one.
He's looking very happy. You can see his amplitude. He's a few feet higher than almost every athlete we've seen. This is his home pipe, so he is very familiar with it for sure. Dropping in now to the rider's left wall. Coming into the rider's right wall with a nice Japan grab. That's other way Japan grab, linking them up. Nice 5 to the left side there. Alley-oop 180 is again on that right and left wall. Nice safety grab. Trying to keep his speed here in the bottom hits. Tossing a flare. Landing it, not a lot of speed though, so he's not probably getting the landing he was looking for.
When he's not skiing, he's in the gym balling up. We've got a basketball player on course right now, basically. That was a fat mute grab on that first hit. Coming into a Japan grab on the second. Nice alley-oop one. A nice safety grab on that next hit. Another alley-oop one, grabbing Japan on that one. Nice down the pipe 5. Getting a little coping slide there at the end. That's the end of his half pipe runs here in Mount St. Louis. Good stuff from Massa.
Luca Natal, actually, yep. He's a very experienced rider from Quebec. He's been definitely performing at a high level since a young age. You can see Eduardo beside him, one big air yesterday in U16, and Philippe beside him. That's 3 of the best up-and-comers from Quebec right there on your screen.
We're all cheering him on as he drops in.
Luca dropping into the rider's right wall here. Nice hand plant on that rider's left wall coming in. Japan grab on the rider's right, keeping some speed. Get a little bigger, nice Japan grab on that rider's left. Straight air coming in, switch. Switch 180, keeping the switch going. Other way, switch 180, linking some switch hits. I think he's the first rider we've seen linking some switch hits today. Finishing it off with a down the pipe 360, solid run there for Luca.
That was awesome from Luca there. Those Quebec riders really showing what they got. Aaron huge out of that. Grab Japan. Nice switch 180 there on that hit. I'd just like to see that both way spinning there. Luca showing him what he's got. He's got his fellow teammate about to drop in right behind him.
Philou did a very technical trick yesterday in Big Air with a right side double cork. One of the bigger tricks we'd seen in Big Air yesterday. Philippe dropping in with a 360, getting creative. Nice alley-oop 180. Nice critical grab, crossing almost like mute there. Straight air to switch, coming in, switch. Nice switch 180. Keeping the switch going, seeing if the switch might pay off for these Quebec riders. Coming in forward now to one of his last hits. Nice alley-oop 180. And a nice down the pipe cork 5. Real clean there for Philippe. Oh, and finishing it off with a nice high safety grab. Solid run there. Almost hit the flag on the way out.
Got Nicolas LEPINE about to drop in here. Got Will Fossum up there, giving him props before he drops. One of his good buddies.
Teammates as well.
Nick's got to be listening to the sounds of music right now. That's what he likes while he's skiing. He's having a fun run right now.
Nice
Got some hand plants in.
Just surfing the pipe.
Surfing the pipe.
Coming out. Just want to have some fun with this run.
It's all that matters. You're having fun when you're out there. You got your buddies. It's always a good time. Playing some surf music out here right now, so Nick figured he'd have to drop something with a little bit more style. Good stuff from Nick. Like I said earlier, Nick's best finish was 6th at the science fair. I'm gonna have to ask him later if he's a science whiz or something, but that's a pretty good result there. Wearing the safety goggles. Good stuff from Nick.
Next up, we've got Connor Belsham.
From Winsport. He's coached by Chip. Nice flare on that hit. Alley-oop one on the next. Another alley-oop one on that hit. Nice 3 down the pipe.
Finishing off with that switch 5. One of the first switch 5s we've seen of the day. That
flare was absolutely massive from Connor. Judges better rewarding him for that one. This is Liam French dropping in here. He's from Nova Scotia, way out in the east. Let's see what he's got for us. Big old straighter on that hit. 180 on that one. Come back the other way with a safety grab on that hit. Straighter, oh, just coming down on his face, heavy there. He's up and moving though, so he's good. Maybe bit off a little bit more than he could chew on that one, Liam. Going absolutely massive, couldn't quite hold on to it. Got Rylan Halliday about to drop. He's getting hyped up there. A couple of words of advice from his coaches up there, and he's ready to come in now.
Dropping in on the rider's right wall. Starting things off with a nice mute grab on that down the pipe 180. Truck driver on his next hit. Oh, Cossack, double Cossack, getting 2 hits in that air. And another one, really throwing it old school on this run. And an alley-oop 180 Cossack to finish things off.
That was a solid run there from Rylan. He's got to be happy with that one. We're going to have an Ontario boy about to drop in next. We have Curtis Kennedy about to drop. One of my good friends. Curtis is super happy that first place finish at Provincials last year. He's coached by the legendary Jeff Lovis, one of the level 1 super unknown athletes, 2 years in a row.
Dropping in on that rider's left wall. Keeping his speed into his first hit with a nice tail grab. Actually looking like a stale fish or cumin on that one. Japan grab. Nice mute grab. Keeping things clean with the safety 180.
Looking for the flare on this hit.
Tossing the flare, unfortunately not landing it how he wanted to on that one.
That's all right from Curtis. Not quite putting it down the way he wants, but he's still happier to be here.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You win some, you lose most.
Still a good attempt from Curtis there. Maybe getting a little backseat off that takeoff. Not quite in the axis that he wants, but that's A-okay. He's happy to be here, no matter what.
Coming up with bib 29 next, Alan Cook from Alberta. Calgary Freeriders. Favorite place to ski is here. Louis is known for their park. They definitely have one of the best ones. I think it's actually got an award for being the best park east of the Rockies.
We're looking for this backflip to front flip combo here from Alan Cook at the end of his run, but he just stomped that flare down on that skier right wall into a safety grab on that left one.
Boosting that big alley-oop 1 lead blunt grab on the first hit too. Keeping it together with the left 5. Tossing the back flip, coming in switch, landing deep. We'll have to see if he has the speed. Lands the switch front flip. Putting it together. Very, very creative combination there for Alan.
Now, I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I just saw the judges clap after that one, so they got to be stoked on that run.
You don't see a lot of backflips or switch front flips. Switch front flips are very difficult on a jump because you never get to see anything. In the pipe, they work a little bit better because you get to see your landing. But not something you want to be doing on a park jump for sure. It's very scary.
You can see Alan just turning his head, looking straight forward as he comes up that wall and just tossing his head into his knees. That was basically the only thing we know about him is that he's bib 11. He's dropping right now.
Dropping in on that rider's left wall. Hitting the rider's right with a nice Japan grab to start things off. Nice safety grab. Coming in with another safety grab on the other wall. And the alley-oop flat Surrey hand plant. One of the only riders doing that. Nice tail tap on that switch straight air. Tossing the 540. And a little shuffle there to get a little surf in on before the 2 lines come up, ending your run.
That alley-oop flat 3 hand plant's pretty creative. Pretty creative. You don't want to have a lot of amplitude for that, but we'll see how the judges reward him for that tray.
Here comes Will. Probably listen to bird calls right now as he drops in. That's his favorite music.
Get him real hyped to do this first Japan grab on his first air. Coming into the rider's right wall, getting that truck driver, keeping his speed. Sometimes your extra weight will help. Will's a bigger kid. Might help him keep his speed through the rest of the pipe. Little surf there to finish off his run. Not a lot more things you can do that are funner than a nice surf in the half pipe.
Beautiful spring days like today call for a nice little bit of slush in that pipe, and you can really just surf around, have some fun with your buds, and overall just a great time. Coming up to our last 2 drops of the U18 division here. Dropping with 2 Alberta athletes. Got SKYLER dropping in now. Dropping a huge flare on that first hit.
These Calgary riders were showing a lot of technicality in their first runs.
There's a right 5 to a left 5. I just like to see that both ways spinning, and SKYLER definitely knows that. Did a huge alley-oop flat 5.
Solid run there for SKYLER.
That's going to end it for SKYLER there. I'm sure that's going to do well. Definitely putting down a solid run. There's that alley-oop flat 5. Got NICOLAS WOROBEY dropping in right now. He's at a WIN Sport, also coached by Chip, one of the many Alberta athletes. There's that alley-oop flat 5 on that skier's left wall into a flare. Coming with that alley-oop flat 3 Japan on that one. Nice little switch straight air. Go left 3. Solid run from NICOLAS. He's got to be happy with that one. Said when he's not skiing, he's probably not skiing and playing Fortnite. Just like almost every other skier here, that Fortnite is literally taking over the world.
Bib 52 dropping in, our last rider. Unfortunately, we don't have any information on this rider, but he had a very solid first run. Definitely in the top 3 contention. We'll see if he can put it down really clean in the second run here. Dropping in on that rider's left wall, which often means they spin left. Dropping in with a nice cork 5 to the left, and that alley-oop flat 5. 2 real technical tricks. The flare safety, going big, landing deep. We'll see if he can keep his speed. Down the pipe 360, coming in switch. Switch 360, keeping his speed, pumping that tray to make sure he has the speed for his last few tricks. Nice alley-oop 180. Finishing things off with a nice tail grab. Solid run there for Bib 52.
We're going to have the results coming in shortly. In the next couple of minutes. Stay tuned for those. We're here at Mount St. Louis, and we got the men's U18 half-pipe results. Coming up, we got SKYLER BOKITCH with the win with a 89.80, sorry, on run 2. Quinn Bartlett in second with an 86.80, and that's his second run as well. And Cole Richardson with an 84.20, and that's his first run.
We got NICOLAS WOROBEY coming in on 4th, bringing up that 1 spot off the podium with the 82.60 on his second run, and Alan Cook with the 63.60 on the run 2. A little bit of a break between the 4th and 5th positions there. Something to watch out for.
We got Quinn Bartlett, an Ontario native here in second place with that 86.80, so good for him.
Good on Quinn, yeah, good performance he had today.
And up next, we got the men's U16 half-pipe dropping in.
Should be another good competition. The U16 feels pretty stacked this year.
Yeah, lots of good Quebec and Ontario skiers. It should be good.
Looks like we've got quite a few Ontario and Quebec athletes in this. Definitely a few Alberta and BC guys mixed in there as well. Should be a very strong field for this competition today.
Got some good BC, Ontario, Quebec skiers here, so should be good.
Eduardo and Noah Porter-McClellan are two to watch out for. They've been throwing down pretty hard in training today. Both Ontario and Quebec. A few other BC and Alberta guys in the field. Should be a very, very entertaining competition today.
Definitely one to watch out for.
Looks like we've got our first athlete dropping in now, Jesse Gross from Ontario, also known as Pedro, skiing for the Agenda Free Ski team, coached by Jeff Lovelace. Got a lot of style from this rider. Nice straight air stale grab, following it up with the mute grab on that rider's right, the alley-oop 180 Japan grab. Coming in now with a nice tail tap nose grab on that rider's right, the alley-oop 360, real clean, stylish run there for Jesse. Not much of a pipe skier, but definitely showing off his abilities to be an all-rounded rider.
Yeah, Jesse, one of my good friends, did super, super good in big air yesterday. He's throwing down that switch 1080 mute grab. Just missing out third by 1 point, so great to see him out here in the pipe today. Still all smiles and having a good time just shredding the pipe.
You can see that little bit of style on that tail tap poking out the nose grab on that rider's right, sorry, and then followed up by that alley-oop 3 to finish off his run. Next up, we've got Oliver von Kursel, coming from Nova Scotia, another one of those East Coast riders.
He's getting hyped up. Here he comes. His best result is third in moguls. That's definitely a wild card sport there for him as a half-pipe skier. I don't really see mogul skiers in the half-pipe, but he could be just joking around. We don't know.
Down the pipe right three, looking like he's catching his edge a little bit. It's really hard to land switch in the pipe. You've got to take the right angle down the wall, or you'll end up taking a lot of impact in that transition from the down to the flats. Solid run there for Oliver. That's the down the pipe through. You could see the tranny just kind of caught him. A lot of compression and the G-forces on that part of the half pipe.
Got Hugh about to drop in here out of BC. Legendary Whistler Blackcomb.
Dropping in on that rider's right, which often means he's a right side spinner. That would be his natural side, starting off with the big 180 safety grab. Same on the other side, mirroring the tricks. Getting a Cuban on that one. Stalefish, pardon me, on that one. Getting the Japan grab, throwing a wide variety of tricks or grabs, sorry, in his run. Coming into his final hit here, a nice 360 down the pipe. Decent run there for Hugh.
And some nice grabs there in his run. He's got to be stoked on that one. Got our first Quebec athlete about to drop here. This is Tommy. He's coached by Phil Morin. He's the head coach of the SWAT team out of Quebec.
SWAT is pretty well the provincial team over there. They've got SWAT having the highest caliber of athletes from Quebec. Union Free Ski is another big one. Coached by JF Houle, is an old professional skier as well.
Here comes Tommy.
Dropping in here. First hit is a nice Japan grab. Coming in with a Tindy high safety grab.
Big ol' alley-oop right one there on that. Left side alley-oop 360. Turning around. That's going to be the end of his run. Second angle of that alley-oop one there. I just like to see the athletes high a little bit, get a little higher out of that half pipe.
Amplitude's definitely rewarded in this this competition.
Got Marcus McDonald dropping in, bib 91.
Coming from Nova Scotia. Another one of those East Coast riders. A lot strong showing from out there this year in this competition.
Going in with a nice alley-oop one on that one.
Down the pipe 5, holding it together there on that rider's right. Mirroring it with the right side 5. Some pretty technical tricks, just missing the amplitude, so we'll have to see if he can get a little bit higher out of the pipe on his next run.
That alley-oop one. Spinning up towards the top of the pipe. Down the pipe right 5. Here comes Vincent. Dropping in now.
Those head frame wall skis, pretty easy to pick out with the fluorescent green mixed with the black. Nice big alley-oop 180 Japan grab. Coming into the truck driver. Nice alley-oop 180 again. Getting the blunt on that one. Change it up to grabs a little bit. Nice mute grab. Nice 540 or 360, pardon me, mute grab to finish off his run. Pretty solid run there for Vin.
Got our next BC rider about to drop here. This is Ben Lynch out of Whistler Blackcomb. That is the nickname is Yes. We're gonna go with that.
He's not skiing, you'll find him living. Definitely getting creative in the bio there.
Set his best results his finals at Yukon COT. I was out there in Yukon at the beginning of November. That cold weather in November. Yukon's got it really going on there at Mount Sima. They got that super early training grounds there for racing, ski cross. It's a really good all-around facility.
It started a couple years ago. They've been growing it into a nice national training center for early season training to get their athletes up and running early in the year. Starting things off here with a nice safety grab on that rider's right wall. Nice mute grab. Coming in with a nice tail grab on that one. Tossing the flare, holding it together there, coming into, that was his last hit. Good way to end your run there with a nice right flare on that rider's left wall.
That was a good run from Ben. He's got to be happy with that one. Getting his grabs, stomping that flare. Getting about 2 or 3 feet out of that coping. Judges like to see that amplitude. Maybe go a little bit higher as the other riders, but definitely a good run there from Ben.
Next up, we've got XANDER KAYER, aka Xantar, coached by Chip Milner, coming from COP, another Alberta rider here. He likes to listen to In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins when he's skiing. That's a good song to listen to.
So when he's not skiing, he's at McDonald's.
Got to get your protein into you somehow.
Yeah. Not always about the protein shakes and healthiness, you know. McDonald's, it's some of these skiers take the strategy of just eating, period.
Got to get that weight into you, otherwise you won't make the jump.
Yeah, that is very true.
Coming in now, dropping in on that rider's right side. Nice mute grab, nice tweaked, looking good. Nice 5 safety grab, real clean there. Following it with the other side 5, holding it, looking very stylish, trying the no-pull style, which can pay off. Oh, throwing down the 7 to finish off his run. Nice switch 3, solid run there.
That was really smooth. You can see he had lots of style, and that left 7 was a really
very flowy run.
Yeah, it must have been a highlight of his run there. That left 7 was super smooth. Judges will be rewarding that one. That left 7 just tagging safety for a split second there. Let's see what he's got here in the pipe. Off that first hit with a nice mute grab. Alley-oop 180, grabbing critical maybe. And on that last hit, grabbing the stale, that was super smooth. Nice down the pipe 540 to the left. See if you can match it. Another left side alley-oop 3. Right, alley-oop 1, switch. Good stuff from Kai.
Solid performance there for sure.
Let's see if he can step it up next one with some more left and right spinning, keeping the diversity there for the judges. They like to see that.
Next up, we've got Kyle Matisse, one of the Ontario riders. Kyle is from Hidden Valley Ski Club up in the Muskokas, actually. Kyle's been going hard since a young age, definitely progressed his skills over the years. You can see him up there talking to his coach, Sean, and Jeff. Definitely learned a lot under their coaching and knowledge for sure.
Now Kyle, one of my good friends, super hyped to watch him drop in here. I know the little man likes pipes, so watch out these airs. He likes to boost for sure. Lots of height here. That was a nice mute grab. Following up to the Japan grab. That skier's left wall with a alley-oop one. Going back the other way with an alley-oop 3 to the right. Sorry, 180.
Keeping it nice and clean.
Tail grab. Tossing the flare. Maybe a little bit of a hand drag there at the end. And a dump shoots coming out of the pipe. That's an OG one right there.
Yeah, maybe if he can clean up that flare on his second run, definitely see his score improving a lot. Solid run overall, though, for Kyle.
Judges like to see that amplitude on that first hit. That was great. The height really is good. That flare maybe not just quite getting enough pop out of the wall, staying nice and close to it, not getting very much height. So him get a little bit more height on that next one. Comes Edouard. Dropping into that first wall, boosting a nice alley-oop 180. Maybe grabbing Japan on that one, and a Japan grab on that.
Nice height, good amplitude for Eduardo here. Nice mute grab, other way mute grab, landing a bit deep, still holding it together, tossing the alley-oop flat 5 safety. Real clean there for Eduardo.
Smooth run, lots of height. I think that's going to be a top 5 for finish for sure. That was a good run. Maybe see if he can add a couple more tricks. Maybe a little bit more spin or another flip in his run and his second. So let's see.
We got Milan dropping in now. Nice big alley-oop 180 tail grab. Nice flare to the left, keeping it nice and smooth, good flow. Tossing a flare to the other side. Landing a bit deep, holding his speed, keeping it in with that down the pipe 5, little cork. And the alley-oop flat 5 safety. A little bit of a hand drag, but solid run there for Milan.
It's great to see those both way Lincoln loops, or sorry, not Lincoln loops, flares. Left and then falling it right back with the right.
It can be hard to do those on natural. You really got to remember to keep that shin pressure so that you end up landing forward enough and not falling on your butt.
Judges like to see that both way spinning. Really shows you know what you're doing. Good stuff from Milan. Got Steven dropping in here. That was a sick run. He's waving his glove around.
Pretty happy with that performance for sure.
He's boosting out of that pipe.
Nice alley-oop 180 there. Keeping it composed, clean, good flow. Tossing the flare at the bottom, almost dragging his head. He's popping very low in the pipe. He needs to hold his edges a bit higher to get out of that pipe a little more. The judges will reward him if he's able to do that.
That was definitely a little bit more on the sketchy side. He almost head tapped on the wall. We'd like to see him get a little bit higher off that wall and pop off the wall, not in towards it. But he's got second run, so let's see what he can do there.
Next up, we've got Noah Porter-McClellan. Noah's on the Ontario provincial team, one of the young up-and-comers. Definitely a very, very strong athlete. Performed a really technical trick yesterday in big air with got third place. Double cork 1260, safety to double Japan. Dropping in now on the rider's left wall, boosting one of the biggest airs of the day. They're going about 12 feet out. Nice safety grab, mirroring it the other way, keeping it together. Left down the pipe 5 safety, looking good for Noah coming in. Right 5 the other way, coming into his last hit here. Tossing the 720 safety grab, keeping this edges controlled switch. Unfortunately not able to have enough speed to get out, but solid run there for Noah. We got Pete dropping in right now. Coming into that rider's right wall. Pumping that tranny, gonna get some nice air with that tail grab on that rider's left. Down the pipe 5, going for the blunt grab. I haven't seen that a lot in the pipe today. Mirroring that with the right side 540, keeping its speed. Doing a 7 mute grab, keeping it switch. Nice switch 3 mute grab. Unfortunately, just losing it on the landing. The tranny kind of caught him off guard on that one. Have to get it on his next run.
Yeah, hopefully he can clean up on his second run, but that's definitely a good start for him to at least get one down, but definitely should clean up the landings there. Some nice grabs there on his switch 3. Grab mute. I'd just like to see those grabs. We got another Ontario boy coming in. This is Tyler Koch.
Last athlete in the U16 is their first run, so we're going to be starting over again with Jesse.
Ty's one of my good friends. He's a whist lover. He loves that Whistler Blackcomb Mountain. He's absolutely boosting out of the pipe right now. Nice mute grab on that hit. Coming in doing a nice alley-oop one to the right. And back the other way with it. Alley-oop one to the left.
Nice straight air shifty there. Coming into the rider's right. Left, nice truck driver air. Coming in for his last hit. Getting that tail grab there. Good run nice there for Tyler.
Smooth run from Tyler. Some good stuff there. Lots of style getting the grabs. Here comes Jesse, dropping in now, bib 99.
Dropping in on that rider's right wall. First hit on the left here. Nice tail grab shifty, getting that grab nice and clean. Nice mute grab, getting good amplitude, flowing nicely through the pipe right now. Getting that Japan grab on that 180. Getting the nose and poking it out. Coming into his last hit here with the alley-oop through. Oh, alley-oop 5. Nice big run there for Jesse. Definitely improving on his first run.
That was the first drop of the second run, so I'd like to see some bigger tricks here in the second run of our last heat here, the U16 boys. Here we go, Oliver. Nova Scotia's dropping in. Bright red helmet. Here comes off that first wall. Safety grab off that first wall. Following that up with a nice straight air. Going with a right 540 down the pipe.
Not getting the amplitude he needed, kind of catching his tails on the way around, keeping it in. And getting over the wall there, coming into one of his last hits with a down the pipe 360, finishing off his run there. Good run for Oliver.
We have Hugh St. Jacques about to drop in. He's hailing out of Whistler Blackcomb. I've never visited Whistler Blackcomb, but I've been awful close. Made it to Fernie, British Columbia. And I got to tell you, the mountains there are absolutely incredible. I've skied Ontario my entire life, and going out to Whistler is a real out west is a real treat. The mountains are absolutely insane.
Whistler's definitely the place to be. I've been there countless times, and it is by far the best jumps I've ever hit. We've got Hugh here coming in. Nice safety grab there. Finishing it off with that down the pipe 3. Oh, getting one more hit out of that pipe with the switch 0 spin there.
Good stuff from Hugh. We're going to start off with going back to the top here with another Quebec skier out of SWAT, coached by Phil Morin. Tommy. Also known as Tom Tom, because he likes listening to Hit the Road Jack.
Coming in here and dropping in on the rider's right. Get a nice Japan grab on his first hit. High safety, otherwise known as an Indy. Doing that on both that one and the alley-oop one. Landing deep, holding it together, doing a 3, alley-oop 3. Holding his edges switch. For that switch 180, he's finishing off his run. Good run there from Tommy.
Absolute beautiful day to be skiing today. Blue skies, maybe a little bit of cloud. Snow's not too slushy, but not too icy. Great day to be on the ski hill. We got Marcus dropping in. Launching a nice Japan grab off that skier right wall. Nice alley-oop 1, safety. Going to that left down the pipe 5. Not really getting out of that coping. Not much amplitude. Following it up with a right alley-oop, right down the pipe 5, sorry. Nice straighter end off. Good run from Marcus. Spinning both ways. Maybe we'd like to see a little bit more amplitude on that, but gotta be happy nonetheless.
Next up, we've got Vincent from Quebec.
Another one of those SWAT skiers. Super talented from Quebec there. Coached by legendary Phil Morin. Coming out of Tremblant. Got a win at a step-up tour. Impressive feat.
Alley-oop 180 there. Getting the blunt grab on that alley-oop 1 to the other way.
Nice little right alley-oop 1 to a left alley-oop. Nice run from Vince there. Got to be happy with that one. Coming up to the last skiers pretty soon here. Got some good runs dropped here by Edouard and Noah PM. A couple Ontario boys still to come up here. Excited to see what we have in store for us here. Got Ben Lynch dropping in about bib 107.
Nice safety grab, getting good amplitude on that first hit. Tossing that down the pipe flare. Rider's right. Nice tail grab on that rider's right wall. Sorry, that one was the left wall. Tossing the other way flare right at the bottom of the pipe, just trying to hold on to that compression in the transition.
Good run from Ben. He's hailing at a Whistler Blackcomb. He's supported by K2 Skis and Swanee Gloves. Got some good results. Finals at a Yukon COT. Nice straighter mute grab there. Really getting some nice amplitude. Into a left down the pipe 5.
The safety grab on that one, tossing the right flare. Missing a bit of shin pressure on the takeoff, land a little bit with a backwards lean. Holding on to it though with that really clean right side, or left side 720, pardon me. Into the down the pipe 360, switch 360. Solid run there overall for Xantar.
We're gonna have the Kai Martin coming up next. Probably one of the shortest skiers I've ever met. Here comes Kai, dropping in. Looks like he's skiing a skyscraper. It's towering over him. This kid knows how to spin though. Nice. Another left spin there. Grabbing stale on that next hit. Coming in with a nice alley-oop 3. Another alley-oop 1, or sorry, switch 1 there on that last hit. Good run from Kai. We're gonna have an Ontario boy dropping in pretty soon here.
Mattias is up next, I believe, actually.
It's from the hometown Muskoka, Ontario. Olympic champion Dara Howell is also from Muskoka. I know Kyle is great friends with the Howell family there.
Yeah, Kyle's been a talented skier ever since a young age. Got a lot of potential for sure.
He's up there with Coach Jeff Lovelace, about to drop in. Kyle's, when he's not skiing, he's taking dubs in Fortnite.
I don't know about that. We'll have to see if he's got the stats of that.
I mean, I was hanging out with Kyle last night, watching him play Fortnite, and I gotta say, not the most skilled player I've ever seen.
No.
I've played duels with him, and I was not quite what I was looking for on a team, but
Oh, I see.
he's definitely a good pipe skier, that's for
Makes
sure.
up for it in the skiing. That's what matters. Big old opposite mute grab there.
Grabbing Japan on that hit, lots of style with the arms. Big old alley-oop 1. Clearing out that arm steez with a right alley-oop 1, spinning both ways. Nice shifty grabbing tail. Let's see if he's gonna throw a flare on this last hit. There it is. Landing that one. I gotta say,
Cleaner than his first run for sure. Definitely going to be improving.
well, and he follows it up with another alley-oop 1 on that last hit. Good run from Kyle. Look forward to seeing his results.
Next up, we've got Edouard coming from Quebec. Had a very solid first run, definitely in that podium contention. We'll have to see if he's able to improve on it on this second run.
Gotten some props from his coach up there, Phil Morin.
Phil's one of the veterans in the sport, been around in this sport for a long time.
Coaching the youngins like Edouard, really showing that he knows what he's doing. He's
Good
his
style.
kids.
Definitely tell he's a comfortable rider, taking nice big airs, flowy, he's got good steez. Getting that alley-oop 1 both ways, coming in now for a nice mute grab. Pumping the chinny, good speed. Mirroring all of his top 4 tricks, tossing that alley-oop flat 5. Landed in the chinny, holding it together. Good run there for Edouard.
Maybe a little bit backseat on the landing. Don't know if he touched, but definitely a solid run. I think his first run's gonna definitely hold up over that one, but we'll see in a few.
Next up, we've got Milan
He's dropping in now.
from
81.
Alberta. Had a very solid first run. We'll see if he's able to improve on that on his second one.
One of the Calgary freeriders. Listens to the whale noises when he skis. That was a nice flare on that third hit. Following up with the other way flare.
Down
Good
the
up.
pipe 5 to the left, looking good. Popping in with that alley-oop flat 5. Landing deep, unfortunately, and washing out. Not looking too happy with that. He'll have to go on his first run score. He had a very solid first run, so still in that podium or top 5 contention for sure.
We can see a second angle on that alley-oop.
Just
flat
not
5.
landing as high up in the wall as he was looking for, and just compressing too hard in that tranny and not able to hold on to it, unfortunately.
Got Steven Canhart about to drop here. Wearing a bright orange sweater. He's from Team Whistler / BC. Grouse Mountain. Here he comes. Give him some nice distance on that first hit. Going in with a nice alley-oop 1 safety. Following that up with a down the pipe 3. unfortunately just going down, slipping out a little bit on some ice, maybe in the middle of that half pipe.
Sometimes that happens. As I said before, you win some, you lose most.
Maybe getting a little unlucky there, catching an ice patch and couldn't quite hold on to it.
Next up, we've got Noah. Had a very solid run, getting the biggest out of the pipe we've seen so far today. We'll have to see what he's able to do on this second run.
We're looking for a big old air out of the pipe on this first hit.
Just maybe clean up his switch hit at the bottom there, and we'll see how he's able to pull it together.
Here comes Noah.
Dropping in on that rider's left, getting really high up in the tranny before he drops in to get that big air on that first hit. Pumping the tranny hard to keep it going for the 2 big straight airs at the top. Following it up with that left 5 safety, nice and clean. Coming in, mirroring that with the right 5 safety, looking identical. Tossing that left 9, holding on to it to finish off the run. Good run there for Noah, changing it up a little bit from his first run.
And that left 9 was definitely a wild card, trying to step up his run from his first one.
It's the first 9 we've seen today. Definitely a technical trick. Getting it around that last 180 takes some time, getting used to that one. Noah dropping it, that's the first one I've seen him do. Very good for that first one he's never done.
Don't like the last little bit of snow off his ski before he drops. Coming to that first hit. Big
Nice
old tail grab.
Up in the tranny, finish it off with that 5 blunt.
Another right 5, matching that left 5.
Down the pipe 7 mute grab, landing a little front heavy, putting his hands down, unfortunately, not able to hold that transition. As I mentioned before, it's very tough to land switch in the pipe. You've got to take that down the pipe angular, just too much compression to hold on to with that forward pressure.
The landing switch also not a whole bunch of setup time before you come into that next hit. You have to be really comfortable on landing switch and
comes up on you quick for sure.
Quickly look over that shoulder before that next wall comes up on you, ready to air. We got our last rider dropping in here. This is Tyler Koch out of Ontario. It's one of my good ski buddies. Tai going big on that first hit. Grabbing Japan on that second hit. Big old right alley-oop 1 mute. No left alley-oop 1. No grab, but keeping it super smooth. Grabbing tail on that one. Grabbing blunt on that hit. Little shifty tail tap on the coping and going for that down the pipe 5. That was a solid end to his run there by Ty.
That will wrap up the U16 for us today. That was the end of the pipe competition. I have to wait and see how those results come in, but very solid performance from those U16 riders today. Good way to wrap up the weekend of competition.
All right, so the results are in for the men's U16 halfpipe final. We have Xander Kayer with a 98.0 in his first run in first place, followed closely by Noah Porn-McLennan from Ontario with 78.80 in his second run, and the BC native Kai Martin with a 73.00 in his second run. We are following 4th and 5th is Edouard from Quebec with a 60.40. That's his first run, and Ben Lynch with a 58.20 in his first run. That's our top 5 for the men's U16 halfpipe final, and the end of the Canada Freestyle Junior Nationals presented by Toyota Canadian Championships. We'd like to thank all the help from the volunteers at Freestyle Ontario and Rogers for putting on this event. We also want to congratulate all the winners, and thanks to Mount St. Louis for putting on this awesome event. This is day 3, the end of the event, and this is Nathan Woods signing off. Thanks everyone for joining us.